I continue chapter number 2, acids and bases, in this lecture 2. Today, by performing some interesting activities, we shall learn about general chemical properties of acids and bases. First, I shall show you how acids react with number 1 metals, number 2 metal carbonates, number 3 metal hydrogen carbonates, and number 4 metal oxides. And then I shall perform other activities to show the reactions of bases with number 1 metals, number 2 non-metal oxides, and number 3 I shall show you acid-base reactions or neutralization reactions. That means how acids and bases react with each other. Let us perform some activities to show the reactions of acids with metals. In first activity, we shall see that how metals react with acids. The product of acid-metal reaction depends on the type of acid and activity or standard electrode potential of the metal. Means that depends on both the strength of the acid and the type of acid and the activity or reactivity of the metal. Here we first consider the reaction of zinc and dilute sulfuric acid and 3 more acids, HCl, HNO3 and HCOOH, means formic acid. First I put zinc in dilute H2SO4, which is in this test tube you see here. On putting zinc in it, the reaction starts at room temperature and gas is being evolved. Here you can see the gas bubbles coming out, and on bringing candle near to it, these bubbles burn with pop sound. This glass tube, you can see here that it burns. Next I take dilute HCl instead of H2SO4 and put zinc into it. You can see that gas is still being evolved. On bringing burning candle near to this glass tube, you can see a small flame. You see here, it is hydrogen burning in air, means H2 plus O2 combining to give H2O, which is being produced in the form of steam. I replace the test tube with the next test tube containing dilute HNO3. You can see that brown gas is being evolved, and on bringing candle near to it, it does not burn. This is NO2. I make this acid further dilute by adding water to it. Now you can see, though the reaction has slowed down and brown gas also has stopped coming out, but still gas is being evolved. Now this is hydrogen gas. Zinc displaces hydrogen from very dilute HNO3, which is about 3%. If it is not that much dilute or more concentrated than this, then hydrogen is oxidized by the HNO3 being a very strong oxidizing agent. You see here that zinc reacts with formic acid but not as vigorously at room temperature. And this is also hydrogen gas which is being evolved. It means zinc displaces hydrogen from most of the acids. Now I carry out next activity number 2, reaction of acids with metal carbonates. Here in this test tube, I have taken aqueous solution of sodium carbonate and I add dilute HCl into it. The reaction is quite vigorous. Here gas is evolved rapidly. This is CO2. On passing this gas through calcium hydroxide solution, which has been freshly prepared, initially it turns milky. Because of formation of calcium carbonate, which is insoluble in water, on further passing CO2, calcium carbonate converts into calcium hydrogen carbonate, which is soluble in water, and hence water turns transparent. The reaction can be written as Na2CO3 plus HCl give 2NaCl plus H2O plus CO2. We can conclude that acids react with carbonates to form salt, water and carbon dioxide. In next activity number 3, I perform the activity of acids with sodium hydrogen carbonate. This is sodium hydrogen carbonate solution. I put dilute HCl in it. Again CO2 is evolved and we pass through calcium hydroxide solution. We find the same results, which has been freshly prepared. Initially it turns milky. Concentrated acid is put on solid sodium carbonate and solid sodium hydrogen carbonate. In this beaker, you can see that how vigorously the reaction takes place. Next, at number 4, is the reaction of acids with metal oxides to form salt and water. Copper oxide reacts with sulfuric acid to form copper sulfate and water. The reaction can be written as CuO plus H2SO4 produce CuSO4 plus H2O. After learning properties of acids, let us learn properties of bases. We will learn the reactions of bases with number 1 metals, number 2 non-metal oxides and number 3 acids. Here in this test tube is aqueous solution of NaOH or sodium hydroxide. I put zinc metal piece in it. The reaction starts at room temperature, that becomes faster on heating. The gas produced burns with pop sound. The reaction is Zn plus NaOH produce Na2ZnO2, which is sodium zincate plus H2. Next reaction number 3 is the reaction of calcium hydroxide, which is a base, with CO2, which is a non-metal oxide. The reaction we saw in our earlier experiment of reaction of acids with sodium carbonate, in which the CO2 produced was passed through aqueous solution of CaOH2 or calcium hydroxide. This reaction is CaOH2 plus CO2 produce CaCO3 plus H2O. CaCO3 calcium carbonate is insoluble in water, that's why that turns calcium hydroxide solution milky. On passing excess of CO2, the reaction is CaCO3 plus CO2 plus H2O produce CaHCO3 which is calcium hydrogen carbonate. Calcium hydrogen carbonate is soluble in water, hence the solution becomes clear again. At number 3, I mix HCl, an acid, and NaOH, which is a base. The reaction you can see is quite vigorous. I have put sodium pellets into concentrated HCl. This reaction is highly exothermic. It can be written as HCl plus NaOH produce NaCl plus H2O. It means an acid and base reaction produce salt and water. I'll tell you in brief what we discussed today in second lecture. We discussed chemical properties of acids and bases. At number 1, we studied that acids and bases react with reactive metals to produce hydrogen and salt. Next, we studied acids react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates to produce salt, water, and carbon dioxide. At point number 3, we studied acids react with metal oxides to produce salt and water. Next, you learned that bases react with non-metal oxides to produce salt and water. For example, calcium hydroxide reacts with carbon dioxide to produce calcium carbonate and water. And in the end, we studied that acids and bases react with each other to form salt and water. Acid-base reactions are called neutralization reactions. This is it, today's lecture, lecture number 2. I shall continue this chapter in lecture number 3. Till then, goodbye.